Your skin is the largest endocrine gland of your entire body, but it doesn't just protect you, it also absorbs everything you touch, from plastics to chemicals to hormone disruptors. But luckily there are ways to detoxify your body so you can unlock the glow, the high testosterone, and the aesthetics you're searching for. Let's go! My name is Daniel Rojas. I help people enhance their human performance through applicable hormonal optimization. In this video, we're going to explore how sweating detoxifies your body and therefore leads to aesthetics. So your skin is the largest endocrine gland of your body, meaning that it absorbs chemicals, BPA, bisphenol A, which is a coating in plastics, especially found in receipts. So the plastics become heat safe and they don't stick together. And xenoestrogens, which are just other forms of BPA. So what BPA does, or synthetic estrogens like xenoestrogens, it can interfere with your estrogen signaling and your androgen receptor sensitivity. Basically, what that means is that it makes your hormone levels to your brain look like they're either too high or too low. And what that means is that it will downregulate or upregulate the systems that you actually have in your body. Typically, it will downregulate your testosterone because it can modulate estradiol, these xenoestrogens, and they can look like look like estrogen when in fact they are not. And so they will downregulate your testosterone and make your hormonal health go to shit. The key takeaway to this is that most xenoestrogens are actually lipid soluble, meaning that they are stored in fat. So not only will sweating actually help you excrete these compounds from your body, but also if you have a higher body fat percentage, not only will you have higher aromatase levels that converts testosterone into estrogen because fat tissue carries aromatase, but also you will have more buildup of these xenoestrogens and chemicals within your body. The components of sweat are essentially just minerals like salt, magnesium, potassium, and then also these xenoestrogens, these chemicals, and just other heavy metals. So sweating is entirely important. If you do not sweat, you are not filtering your body from its system of recovery. It's also important to realize and understand that most xenoestrogens like BPA will actually filter through your body in 4 to 6 hours. Now, the older you get, the longer actually it gets because your body's detox systems are less primed, they're older. As you can think of, a machine gets older, it's a little bit slower. And that's what your body is. Your body is a machine. Everything that happens in your body is because of something. And therefore, if we address the root cause, not through pills, not through random shit that doesn't actually help you and actually has side effects, if we address the root causes through natural ways of optimization, which is what this whole channel is about, then we can naturally optimize our human potential. So for those of you that aren't sweating properly or just not sweating enough, you lazy guys, I have compiled a list of ways that you can actually sweat and increase your sweatiness. The note that I want you to take away from this is that short, quick bursts of energy that will actually make you sweat are the best. You don't want to have prolonged stress when you're actually exercising. Exercising as well is good. However, prolonged stress will increase cortisol and not as much epinephrine and adrenaline. And if you have higher levels of cortisol, it will downregulate your testosterone levels because cortisol competes for cholesterol. Therefore, if you have higher cortisol, you will have less testosterone. So that's also really important to know. So these are more quick, fast, hard-hitting cardio ways that you can actually start sweating more and get rid of these xenoestrogens within your body. You can practice high intensity interval training cardio. This will help you get a sweat on and get your energy really, really fast. And so you have more adrenaline, not as much cortisol. Then there's also Muay Thai. This is what I did personally. This is martial arts that will get you moving really quickly and using your body very, very effectively, very fast. You can imagine when you're sparring, when you're fighting, you're very, very intense hitting each other. That works well also for the competitive aspect for testosterone upregulation. And then there's sprinting. You can utilize the Sprint 8 method, which is essentially just 8 30-second sprints followed with 1 minute and 30-second rests in between. You can work your way up to this because that will help the best. Otherwise, your tendons might not be ready for it. The other thing is training outdoors. Not only will you get more vitamin D, but also the sun and the heat from being outside can also cause you to sweat more and purge the xenoestrogens from your body. The last thing I'll mention is the sauna. Saunas are really good for sweating, of course, because it increases your body temperature. However, you must make sure to bring an ice pack for your balls because your testicles only work in a certain temperature, which is 2 to 3 degrees lower than actual body temperature. Your body temperature is 37 degrees, by the way. So not only can you actually ice your balls when you go to sauna, but what about when you're actually sweating and increasing your body temperature because you're sweating and exercising? Well, you can actually just wear loose, breathable cotton boxers. Note that I say cotton because we don't want to have more xenoestrogens from the plastics like polyester underwear. And of course, tight underwear is bad, and usually plastic underwear will be tighter. So you're gonna be sweating a lot. You need to make sure that your hydration is on point, because otherwise you're gonna be smaller, for one. Also, you're gonna have chapped lips, and your body's not gonna function properly, and your metabolism will get lower, and you will just look unhealthier. So you need to have lots of H2O. Aim for about 4 liters a day. It's actually really like 3.75, but of course your body weight, how big you are, will actually go for this. Of course, if you're taking creatine, which is also a performance enhancer, then you will increase your water intake for that. You can also have, this is a perfect action step if you want to increase your hydration. You're going to be losing a lot of minerals. You're going to be losing a lot of salt, magnesium, potassium. And an incredible way to replenish your electrolytes is actually to have coconut water. Of course, you can have like a pinch of salt or something like that. That will help you also with your vascularity as well when you're exercising. However, coconut water is it's a must, especially in the culture of Muay Thai training. A lot of people just bring their coconut water and drink it there. So I very much recommend. So just remember, sweating equals detox plus aesthetics. If you want to further optimize your human performance and see your actual genetic potential, check the first link in the description below and like the video.